Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host, Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is the show where we talk about NXT and AEW, and we are back. How you feeling? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I feel a lot more refreshed. The last week, I have not focused on barely anything wrestling. Which was nice. Only time I really tweeted about it was when the shows were on. I just tweeted about the shows. Outside of that, news, I didn't know any news or anything that was going on. Unless it was posted in the Discord. But besides that, man, yeah, it's been nice. Last week I don't know what was going on. My a lot of back pain, a lot of muscle tightness, a lot of, I don't know if it's off of stress or whatever it was, but it was pretty bad. But we're good now. We're back at it, and I'm re-energized and ready to pod about some wrestling. What's up with you?
As for me, I wouldn't say that there was just any pain or anything or stress. I was just legitimately sick. I was not feeling well. I have acid reflux, so it was it was untreated, I think, for like a couple weeks. So I was still eating like a goddamn high school freshman and shit like that, or well, at least trying to. What is it? I think the only person that to really bear witness of it was Justin when I was in LA. I ordered like a plate of food and I took like one bite of rice, and then like $16 just went out the fucking window.
Oh shit.
And it was because like I legitimately just couldn't stomach it. And there was like another thing, but that was like a medicine thing. I just fucked up. But yeah, so I was just untreated, legitimately sick, and I guess stressed out with work, but like no, it's kind of just whatever. I talked to my doctor on Halloween, so that should be fun. And make sure that the acid reflux didn't lead into anything else. And when I mean lead to anything else, there's some serious shit that thing could lead to. So fingers crossed for the kid.
Were you on WebMD?
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I definitely was, because I was just like, oh man, I'm feeling like stomach pain, but like, a little different kind. And then I was on WebMD and it was just like, there's like acid reflux or like this pain.
You got a week to live.
Yeah, all sorts of cancers and stuff like that. And I was just like, let me just go to urgent care. And then what is it? The week that we or like the day that we kind of decided, I go to urgent care, and then like the urgent care center was closed. And it annoyed me so fucking much that it was closed that I just went home and then just thugged it out. And then I went tomorrow and I was just like, I need help, bro. And then the dude was just like, damn, motherfucker, what took you so long? I was just like, I legitimately just didn't know what was wrong with me.
Yeah. I think as men, sometimes we notice a problem, but we don't act on it as soon as we probably should.
Well, I tried to be on top of that a little bit, but it was weird because, there is like this lingering issue. And I just thought, I'll just take some Pepto, I'll just take some Tums, and, I'll be straight. And then like, that was set, the burning anguish that was in my stomach. But like, I still wouldn't eat, or like I still wouldn't have an appetite or anything like that. And then, if I'm not eating, I have no energy, I'm sluggish, tired, and all that shit. And I was just like, nah, there's a deeper plot and we need to get to the bottom of it. And that's when I like decided to actually go to urgent care. It was my cousin that kind of, I was already planning going to urgent care. And then my cousin was like the one that was just like, oh, nah, like, yeah, don't delay. Take your ass there very, very soon. So that's what I did. And I'm straight now. I think I went last week, so I think I am on day 8 or 9 of treatment.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. You look good.
I feel I feel way better than I can actually eat now.
Nice. Always good.
I can eat well, like now I had to change up my diet completely now that I'm on like this medication and then trying to soothe the devil that's in my stomach.
Are you vegan?
No, but I'm on I had some vegan food, since I can't, no more fried chicken, no more, no more deep fried, no more, all that other shit. So I'm on a diet called brat, which is like bread, rice, applesauce, toast, and that's about it. So, and then like when I want to eat like other foods, like that's not in that like that realm,
Yeah.
I get a vegan version from it. And I was trying to get some vegan food for lunch today, and the fucking Uber Eats guy stole my shit.
Hey,
but I didn't get
post,
charged.
man.
So
man, Uber Eats be on some bullshit. I don't know if it's Uber Eats or the drivers or what, man, but they be on some BS.
Definitely both.
They be on some BS, man.
Uber is not paying them. Then the Uber drivers is fucking pissed, and then they take it out on me. They pick up my food and don't confirm the delivery, and then now that nigga running off with my fucking vegan food. I hope that nigga choked. I hope that nigga hated it.
Terrible food poisoning and all that. Yo, I ordered some jerk salmon from the Jamaican spot.
No, nope.
Didn't even show up, man. Didn't even show up.
That's your first spot.
It said delivered. I live in an apartment complex. So I looked out the door. I was like, it ain't here. Let me go walk out the front door of the complex, see if it left it outside or something like an asshole. Nothing. No food. Nowhere. I looked at the downstairs building.
Go ahead. Keep everything.
Going. I looked everywhere. Nothing.
I am Zoman. I am Zoman. I am a Caribbean individual. But your first issue was ordering from them damn Jamaicans on the Uber Eats, bro. You don't order from the black owned spots through Uber Eats, bro.
Nah, don't do that.
Nah. I think I'm qualified in the matter to speak on this.
Oh, no.
The poor customer service that they already have in their shit is going to translate to Uber Eats. Okay,
the energy you could transfer over to the Uber driver.
Yeah,
stole my salmon, man. Can't believe it.
You really got to step in the motherfucking don't subject the Uber Eats man to that shit. But yeah, that motherfucker stole my shit. I'm gonna try to order it tomorrow.
You should,
because like I don't have food. Like there's so much things I can't eat right now, and then my mom's was just like, all right, no, okay, we'll cook around it, blah, 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 this and that. I can't have dairy. The first thing she do is she makes like a cream spinach, like a noodle kind of thing. And I said, yo, cream is dairy. What are you doing, my guy? So we just have mad containers in the fridge of like this thing. And I just can't tell her that like, I can't eat this. Like I can't, like, this is gonna set my stomach ablaze. Like, I can't do this. But right now, yeah, vegan food's doing it for the time being.
There we go. Hey, I mean, something that's what Brian Danielson did. He was, every time he ate, he going through some shit. They said you gotta go vegan. And he went vegan. Worked for him.
My only thing is that like it worked for him. Then I have other people that I know that I associate with way closer than Brian Danielson. And then they're just like, oh, I was vegan for 7 years and that was the worst thing I could have done to my body. And it was just like,
really?
Yeah. Shout out to Summer. She'll never hear this, but she was just like, I've been vegan for like 7 years. And then like, that was like the worst thing I could have done to my body. I know other vegan people that are like happy with the shit, but I heard that and I was just like, nah, I don't really sound it, yo. I rather just, audit and really curate what I eat.
Yeah, that's true.
And right now, I think it's been cool. Applesauce is like will really cool down the devil inside. You feel me? No devlin. But when my stomach start burning,
Oh, jeez, that sounds terrible.
The DJ Khaled, when the stomach start bubbling, the applesauce cools the devil inside, bro. But like besides that, I'm great. And there was somebody on Twitter, really nice dude. I'm so sorry. I think I bookmarked the tweet where they like hearing us talk about other things that isn't wrestling related.
Yeah, who was it? I wish I kept it too.
Alan the Slacker on Twitter.
My guy.
I don't have anything going on besides I play Overwatch a lot lately.
Oh, you know what?
Like,
I want to talk about Overwatch. This is exactly what
we played together.
About.
Yeah.
First of all, we played together. This nigga ain't had no mic, so I was talking to myself, which is fine. But
I'm a solo queuer. Like I don't coordinate. I do my own thing.
That's fine, but this isn't Call of Duty. This is a team-based shooter. I need to communicate.
Did we not win?
Yeah, but not the point. The point. Look,
I don't gotta talk to you then.
This is my thing. As someone who played a lot of Overwatch 1, I didn't play DPS. I never played DPS because one, I didn't feel like waiting that fucking long because it'd be like a 10-minute queue to play DPS. I don't have time for that.
You started did you start playing when they added the role queue thing? Because I was playing at the
I was playing from like season 2. I was playing.
Oh, I played from the start. I played whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah, so I didn't play DPS because I didn't feel like waiting. Once the role queue came around, I didn't like playing DPS. So I was mostly purely tank and healer. Now with Overwatch 2, because there's one less tank, the tank queue is 10 minutes long, which is and I feel like I'm being punished for all the hard work I put in. And then the healer is just not even fun anymore. Yo, I've never died this much playing healer in my. They ruined healer in this game. Healer is fucking terrible. It is the worst. I hate it.
I would say playing healer isn't really fun.
It's not. It used to be fun. It's no longer fun. I'm just dying.
I think. Well, two things about the reason why I don't play healer is that my friends are much better healers than me, so I let them play healer. I like Anna a lot as a healer. Like I love the sniper thing and then, cutting off heals and stuff like that, but I can't aim. So therefore, if I play Anna, I'm missing mad shots, son.
And they buffed her on console too. That's the crazy part. It used to be harder.
Yeah, I can't do it. Zenyatta is probably the only healer I could really get away with. I think he's very easy. I played Brigitte a little bit, like once,
she's really easy.
and I was just like, oh, she's like pretty cool. But like the shield, I just need more practice.
It's useless. It's useless now. But yeah,
bruh. Wait, hold on. Let's talk about the shield real quick. That shit only has 250 health, son.
Yeah, it's useless.
That's the same amount of health, like in total, that Symmetra has, and Symmetra's fucking squishy as shit.
Yeah, but it gives you a good it's a good
buffer before you die.
It's a good way to push up on a player. Okay, but before we go into wrestling talk, I just want to talk about this. Is how I know I'm not playing healer on Overwatch 2. When I played Overwatch 1. When I was a healer, I was high gold, low plat. Guess where I ranked on Overwatch 2 as a healer?
Oh, brother, you'll have bronze, boy.
Low silver. I almost hit bronze. I was very close. Don't like that. That doesn't make sense to me, especially because I'm averaging the same amount of heals. I remember in Overwatch 1, I was averaging about 1,000 heals per minute. I'm not 1,000. 100. I don't know what the hell it is. Mm-hmm. Whatever number it is, something per minute. It was on pace, kind of like where other gold platinum players are at. And I'm like, I'm still doing that. So why they put me in bronze? I mean, not bronze, low silver. It doesn't make sense. And let me tell you, people in low silver are so dumb. They do the dumbest shit, bro. I'd be like, I'm spamming, group up. What does the guy do? One guy, one fucking like Genji.
1v1.
No, it's not even 1v1. It's 1v5. Niggas are running there
every time
by himself. Think he's fucking Rambo. Like, nigga, you can't do that.
There's a lot of that.
That's my head. I can't do this.
Where people want to do 1v1s. But like besides that, I think like the only issue I've been having with Overwatch lately, like as a game, like bad games, whatever, those come and go. I've been playing, Overwatch 1 solo queue, waiting for the homies, all that shit for a very long time. So a bad game doesn't really like or like a losing game doesn't frustrate me, but a bad game does.
Yeah. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind losing.
Sense.
I don't mind losing a game if the other team which is better than us.
Yeah, right.
I hate losing a game when my team is just dumb and they do dumb shit. And they don't listen.
Like why are you switching? Like why are you switching to Widowmaker? Like stop doing that. Like
you don't got that.
Yesterday, this is a prime example. Yesterday, we were playing a team, and they had a really good soldier and they had a really good Widowmaker. What does this random do, bruh? He switches to Pharah. That nigga goes up into the air.
Cooked. That boy getting cooked.
Cooked. Flambéed every second. With these hit scan heroes and a Widowmaker, bruh, he goes into the air and he comes right back down. Never switched.
Yeah, it's I also have to be understanding that there are a lot of new people playing this game right now because it's free to play. I have to understand that. But man, it's just like, what are we doing, bro?
I mean, it is what it is. Also with I think, now that it's cross-gen, not to be like, oh, I'm console and the PC niggas are just so much better. Hey man, PC niggas could aim a lot quicker than I can, but we still up though. I win a majority of my games, so it's not that bad. Me and the homies, we stay strong. But yeah, that's about it. I haven't really been really into anything else. If you guys are not watching Chainsaw Man, watch Chainsaw Man.
Good episode. A very good episode this week. Really enjoyed that.
That was another turning point for me where I was just like, yeah, this shit hard. But I don't know why, but when episode 3 came out, everybody was sending me the ending song for episode 3, and I was just like, can I watch the shit first?
I didn't think I heard the song. What was the song? Is it hard?
At the end of every episode, it's a different song, and I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be in a compilation album or something. But like everybody kept sending me this one, and I was just like, "Can I watch the episode, bro? Like it's not even like 11 o'clock yet. Like, what are you niggas doing?"
now I gotta run it back. I didn't even hear it.
Check it out. I thought the song was okay. I don't know why people felt like they needed to spam it to me, and then I don't know if I mentioned it 2 weeks ago, but I've been reading Berserk for Halloween, and I think I'm going to stop reading Berserk.
Why?
I feel like it's changing genres in a sort of sense where I feel as if, honestly, I really feel like the story should have ended about 100 chapters ago, but I feel like the author was told to probably like tone it down, so like it's kind of less horror and a lot more fantasy now. And I hate the fantasy portion of it because it's not the pacing of how they're trying to establish it is way too fucking fast.
Like a real drastic shift.
Yeah, like obviously like there's evil creatures and monsters and all this sort of stuff or whatever, and then they finally like want to establish magic into the world, like magic or whatever, and they just did that shit in like 3 pages, and they said this is all about magic right here, how it works, how it's kind of like connected to all this shit, and I was just like, damn nigga, back the fuck up. And it was just like
how we get here.
It was just like a series of texts, and I was just like, oh, I don't care. And then what really pissed me off, it had me in the group chat just going like, why nobody told me this? So Guts, badass dude, can kill 100 men, kill 100 demons, could go to toe with niggas he probably really shouldn't be, all this shit. So he be getting his ass whooped too, like his fingers be cracked, his ribs be broken, and then he'll still swing that big ass sword. Suddenly, this man has been bandaged up and wounded for as long as I don't know when. And they said now he has like magical wounds, like wounds that you can't see. Like, you know, when he goes against demons now, they like scarred his like essence. And if he doesn't heal his essence, it's gonna hurt his like, you know, his physical wounds. And I said, come on now. Let's stop this shit right now. Let's stop this shit the fuck right now, bro. This is fucking ridiculous.
Hey, you know, they got to keep it. They got to keep the story going somehow, I guess.
I think how they're trying to keep it going is not really interesting to me. A lot of the elements that I really did like about it is not really cool right now. For anybody that's reading Berserk, I would say, because there's like great highlighted arcs of it. The Falcon Millennium arc is kind of, yeah,
like Star Wars.
Hey, man.
Okay.
That's where
I don't know about this.
That's where it kind of falls off for me. The Golden Era arc, I like it a lot, even though, you know, it's cool because you get to see the making of a man, you know, and then like why he's like, you know, traumatized and all this shit. And then like the Falcon Millennium shit kind of like delves into that. And then I don't know, it's just straying away from what I really liked. I used to read like 70 chapters a day. Now I don't even open the website tab. My interest really fell off for that. So
hey, when that happens.
Yeah, when stories go on a little too long.
There's so many shows where that happened to me where I was like, I'm really into it. And about like season 5, I'm like, what are we doing, man? All right, enough.
Well, for me, at least, I'm a person that will stick it out. So, you know, I'll hate watch a lot of shit.
I will too.
I don't know if Ben Coyle still listens or anybody in the Discord watch The Magicians, but The Magicians is probably the worst show I've ever seen on television. And nigga, I'm on season 5, baby.
That's me with All American. I will sit there. I've watched every season of All American. Since All American pops up on Netflix, I'm tapped in. I watched the whole thing in like a weekend.
I should have known The Magicians wasn't good when it was described to me as Harry Potter with drugs and sex. And I was just like, I should have known. I should have known this wasn't going to be good. But I should have known. But
watch it.
That is it. I mean, the first season is okay, but quality just nonstop just goes into the fucking toilet.
Before we get into wrestling, we are gonna get into wrestling, guys. We've been chatting up for too long.
Do we have to?
But yeah, we have to. Yeah, I thought these were actually two good episodes. But here, you know what show reminded me of that? Heroes. Did you ever watch Heroes?
No, but I saw the sci-fi ads for it.
that first season of Heroes is some of the best TV I have ever seen. And then after that, terrible. They put all their best ideas in that one season, and that was it. They had nothing else. Mm-hmm. But that first season of Heroes, masterpiece. Everything after that,
yeah.
I hate to see it. It was a good promise.
I can think of other shows where it's just like I didn't think the first season was good, but the second one is really good. But neither here nor there. The Boys actually is the first show that comes to mind. I hate that first season. I don't remember. That second season is really fucking good though. And the third one is actually pretty good. But yeah, time for wrestling. Let's get into these trenches, man. And we got a lot. A show covered most of it. I am going to try to really cover. We're going to try to cover this in bits and pieces for most of this, but I promise we won't take too much of our time. So Wade Keller kind of came out and spilled the beans on CM Punk. And what I thought was very interesting about, well, just like my overall thoughts about it is that I thought that it was really interesting how Wade Keller was sort of like, I don't know the truth to it because, you know, AEW doesn't really disclose these numbers or anything like that. but like CM Punk's impact on the product, like numbers wise, with like ratings, big pay-per-view buy rates, and all this sort of stuff, like it's not as grandiose as others tried to make it seem. Like it may have been a gradual bump, like maybe
It
like
wasn't the exponential jump. You know what I mean? I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. It's
like it's not an 18%, it's more of like a 2% more people are watching and stuff
yeah.
like that. And I think so. Because well, like obviously I'm biased, and obviously I didn't think that CM Punk was like all that great, but like I definitely think there probably is some truth to his impact on the show not being, or like the impact on the numbers, like numbers wise, like when you get to the hardcore data and facts like that, I definitely do think that like it is not as grandiose as it seems. But to me, at least, it doesn't seem like AEW eternally really even cares about that shit.
About the numbers?
Yeah.
I don't I
If
don't
it's
know
if it's
because
not ratings, then it like, or like that demo, then it doesn't matter.
I mean that's what he seems that they seem to focus on the most. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess at this point they must have realized that like it's just not worth the headache. Whatever he given the company is not worth keeping
Mhm.
him around and causing division backstage.
Or
For
just creating a hostile work environment.
yeah, just a hostile work environment, gentlemen. Just killing the vibe because I mean that's really
Mhm.
what he was doing, just killing the vibe. Like I
Yeah.
get, like mind you, like I think people like kind of forget this, like the media scrum thing. He just won the world championship.
Mhm.
And that was the first thing on his mind, was just to like, freak out on his coworkers. Like, damn, dog, you can't
Yeah.
even enjoy your moment. I don't know, but like, it's very interesting. I didn't really get to tap into the Wade Keller stuff. I
I
just saw whatever
did.
posted on Discord.
Yeah, and then Justin gave us the spark notes of the whole thing, but I just and then the big pieces about the contract buyout is what's going around, but I'll get to that in a second, because there's a lot of other things that was really said in that interview, and I feel or like in that podcast that I however you feel about Wade Keller, I definitely think if you want a sort of like I get, there's probably a bias there, obviously. But like I think a non AEW bias reporting of it, where he's kind of just telling it how it is, or how it was reported, or how it was fed. Um, and CM Punk not being, the amazing numbers guy as people probably made it seem. Him, like people kind of seeing him for who he really is, and then like not really fucking with it. Like, they're not really a supporter of like what he was doing. So like people wouldn't even want him back in the locker room. Um, Regardless if they even like the elite or not. And it's just like, yeah, that's just a hostile work environment shit. And then I thought what was really funny is that like now that Punk is out, you got Danielson, Moxley, and Jericho being your locker room leaders.
Which is probably for the better.
For the best.
I
Yeah.
would say I don't know these people personally. I know the Bucks have been wrestling for a long time. I know Kenny been wrestling for a long time. I know Punk's been wrestling for a long time. But all four of those people, they got egos, man. And then I don't know if that was probably the best locker room leaders to have. I think a guy like Jericho, whatever I feel about him personally, or his views or whatever, I think he's been in the worst of the worst. He was in late 90s WCW. He's seen the worst of the worst when it comes to locker room environments.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if anybody was there to handle it, it's Jericho. And
Yeah.
or a guy like Brian who, who's done this
I
forever in every
I
locker room.
I think Jericho more of a business, uh, you know, dude just want to make some bread, and that's cool. But I think he's going to be taking that role a lot more seriously, and than a Punk would. Danielson definitely keeping it lighthearted, keeping the work environment positive, and then John Moxley could possibly just be that enigma or that enforcer to go up to other younger talent and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Which is shit, that's the role that I take place at work, honestly, where it's just like, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna deal with you, and if you don't shape up, I'm sending Cyrus.
The Undertaker, nigga, what the fuck?
Shit, I'm tall and black.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
It was just like, you could be rude to this nice woman here, but Cyrus, when I send Cyrus, he's the one that's gonna tell you what the real, like, I'm gonna give you the real. And I'm the one that's going to be the one, if you're fucking up, I'm the one that's going to be giving the infraction. Like, I play bad cop, and that's perfectly okay with me. That's a role that I can identify with. So I think that's all cool and all that. But back to CM Punk, contract buyout, grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, man. I think we heard inklings of this, damn near as soon as it happened that he was out of here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did, like I said, like we both said this a bajillion times now at this point. I just don't see an environment where you could bring somebody back after what he did. He fought your EVPs. He provoked your EVPs.
That it's not happening. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care how carny this business is. If I go to work, shit, if I fight anybody at work, I'm cooked.
Yeah, exactly. Especially not your EVPs.
Donors pull up to the building, the ones that is putting thousands in the museum pocket, and I box up with them.
Yeah, this was.
I'm not even getting the reports in my office. They just gonna say, "Don't clock in, bruh." We're sending all your shit to your house. Don't ever come back.
You ever see that meme of the Jets player trying to get into the office, get into the building, and he can't get in?
Yeah,
that's gonna be you. The key ain't gonna work.
Yeah, they're not gonna ask me to. They gonna say, please mail it. Like, you cannot come to this building no more. Like,
we have a
that's crazy.
Order. You're done.
Yeah. So like, I can't say that I will miss CM Punk because I didn't really feel like CM Punk really did anything grandiose, in my opinion. I say the coolest thing that Punk did in AEW in my heart is the old Ring of Honor entrance. That's it.
I like the whole MJF feud. I really enjoyed that feud. I
think the dog collar match was cool, but
I like the matches.
I'm not trying to downplay anything else that he did. I'm just saying the coolest thing that he did that's gonna stick with me is that feud. I mean, that entrance. That's it.
I did pop.
I thought that shit was hard.
I think kind of by the point when he won the championship the second time, I felt like he felt a little overexposed for me. I felt like he shouldn't have been on TV every single week like that. And it kind of lost its kind of luster. It didn't feel the same when Cult of Personality came on at certain points. But I understand why they had him on the show, because they needed, all the eyes they could, and they needed all,
I mean, I felt Punk was overexposed, damn near like week 3.
Yeah, they had that boy talking. He was talking.
I don't there's a video game that I played, and there's a mission objective that shows up like at least 36 times in the game, and it says talk to Lilith. Like, after every mission, it'll always say talk to Lilith. If we can just look back on AEW scheduled programming and just search up how many times CM Punk speaks been in the thing, like, overexposed to the point where Punk came out and did a promo. He was just like, I'll keep doing this if you guys love it. And it was just like, nah, that was a call for help moment in my eyes.
Help me. I don't want to do this no more.
Like, they're wheeling me out like the gorilla in the cage.
At what point do you think Punk was just over it with AEW? At what point do you think it happened?
That and Page promo.
That was it. I feel like it, but even before that,
that was the exact moment.
That's fair.
I feel like Punk was, whatever rumors or whatever shit was like, being said under people's breath. Like, I don't really feel like that bothered him, or like, he could be like, whatever, I'm in Tony Khan's ear, or like, whatever, I got leverage, or whatever, I'm getting more paid, I'm getting more money than you, whatever shit. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want behind my back. But then Page brought what was said behind his back forward for all of us to see. Even if, like, to us, it wasn't really, anything similar to the Cody thing. But, I still feel like, that was sort of unprofessional on Page's part as well. But it was just like, you brought that backstage drama, or, whatever, that slide shit front and forward, especially when it's about Colt Cabana.
Out of nowhere. No one was even talking about Colt Cabana. No one has seen Colt Cabana in 6 months.
I like, that may be your dog or whatever, but like, you could keep it professional. But like, once again, like we talked about 2 weeks ago, that's when them work shoots started shooting more than working. The bullets was real. You feel me?
Now I'm gonna give Punk some bail, because we did see a report coming from CM Punk's camp that they hit his dog.
No. Oh.
Now, if somebody hits my dog, I'm swinging. I might swing too. I totally understand if that's what happened.
I feel you know
I'm
what?
swinging.
Actually, you know what? I feel like that's cap.
I'm just saying if it happened. I don't know if that happened, but if it did happen, I understand.
I feel like that's cap.
If you hit my dog, we gonna have problems. I might swing a chair.
I feel like during the scuffle with I don't think them hitting the dog, like the Elite came in, hit the dog, and then Punk said, "Oh no, I ain't having that."
No, like Kenny came and just picked the dog.
Yeah, I feel like while they were scrapping, somebody probably stepped on the doggy paw or some shit.
I think what happens is when they allegedly knocked the door down, it hit the dog. That's what I've been told. That's what I read. I don't know how true that is.
I'm not. The visual of Kenny just being opened up and he see the dog.
Cooper kicks it.
Come on, son.
It's a small dog, dude. It ain't even like a big dog.
Oh, exactly. Like I feel like, while people were scrapping, the dog wanted, it sense the energy, wanted to protect.
Yeah,
and,
you know what I mean?
Well, it saw his owner biting, started getting to biting, and then all sort of crazy shit.
I hope the dog is okay. You know what I mean?
Nah, but it's whatever. Nah, I feel like the reported count. Next portion of this, I just wanted to get into, how do you feel like now that CM Punk is most likely gone? What do you feel like his legacy or his AEW impact is? Like, it's very short lived, but he definitely made an impact of some sort, like maybe like a small crater on the moon.
I think CM Punk signing with AEW was needed for AEW to really hit that next level. At the time, I think WWE was kind of, they were kind of on a downtrend at the current time. I think this was the perfect time for AEW to really not say they're gonna surpass, Raw or SmackDown, but that was the time when they probably had their best shot of really kind of say, "Oh yeah, we're big, like we're with the big boys now, like we can compete." You know what I mean? It felt like almost like when Scott Hall jumped. You know what I mean? It was kind of like that level of a star going to the other company and say, "Oh, okay, all right, now we really getting into this now." And I think it obviously didn't come to the fruition like that, and it's unfortunate. I think Punk's legacy is that it just didn't really work out. It was injuries, it was his own ego, it was other wrestlers' ego, it was people talking shit, it was him talking shit, it was Tony Khan's incompetence as a leader. It's like a lot of things where it just
led to the downfall,
it just led to the downfall. But I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not solely on him. It's some shit was just out of his hands. Like obviously the injuries back to back. It was just like
injuries. I wouldn't say that really downplayed or like really affected his his impact on AEW, but definitely when he comes in, that is like what is it, like a DBZ size crater that's happening or whatever. And then, with a lot of the mismanagement, I feel like the overexposure of CM Punk, to me, in my eyes, even Meals and Jeff J talked about it. Shout out to the A Show. I don't feel as if he elevated any talent. He didn't really, to me, he didn't come out there and set out to do what he said he was gonna do. And I feel that for Daniel Bryanson as well currently. But with that, in my eyes, that sort of crater that he left just started started getting filled. And then for that first title run, I don't really feel like that was the grand impact. Or like I don't really feel as it, that was the needle mover in that or like the big massive needle mover that they really needed in AEW. And once again, I think a lot of AEW problems, what is it? We could talk about a lot of AEW problems, but I feel like the biggest and the boldest one is the stories that are being told. I feel like CM Punk was the only one that really tried to tell a story, especially like with the MJF feud. But the shit with Hangman Pays and stuff with Moxley, I just felt like it didn't really hit for me. So like, it might have been big, but I feel like this whole, let's say AEW survives for like another 5 or 10 years, right?
Yeah.
This CM Punk run is gonna be just one of those Wrestle Bio videos.
Oh, definitely gonna be a Wrestle Bio video, and I can't wait. I hope he does it tomorw.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those grand opening, grand close. Whenever he posts like TNA videos, and he'd be like, "Man, that was so wacky and wild." Like that's how we're gonna look. Like I feel like that's how like CM Punk's 1 year run is gonna look in AEW. When it's recapped or looked back upon.
It's gonna be looked at like as a really just weird kind of year, but like, oh, remember this happened? Like Punk came back, for a year.
I think that's really unfortunate because it was such a big impact. Now it's gonna, the longer AEW goes on, it's just gonna be like a blip in history.
Yeah, especially because I don't think AEW is gonna reference it too much. I can't see that happening where they're gonna be like, oh, like they're not gonna champion, the run CM Punk had, at least not no time soon. Maybe if cooler heads prevail, and there's a reconciliation. But yeah, this is interesting. We still have not heard really anything from Punk. We haven't heard anything from the Elite. We haven't heard anything from Tony. Like it's been pretty silent. We've only heard third party information. So I don't know if we'll ever hear anything. This might be This might be similar to Sasha and Naomi, where we just never hear anything and everything just kind of goes back to normal.
AEW be quick with the NDAs, so we might never hear anything.
Feeling
it might just be word of mouth of like whoever was there at that point in time. 2 other quick topics that are associated with this. Was Roman Reigns right? That boy ain't the needle mover, bro.
He ain't the needle mover. We know that. We knew that. It got him to 1 million. It broke that 1 million threshold. They've been hovering around 1 million. I'll give him that.
But now they do 1 million without him.
So yeah, was he really the needle mover at all, or is it Jericho at this point? Because it seems like Jericho is the overexposed guy on the show.
He the one that really bringing the product. Like I would at least say like CM Punk's fucking segments weren't bringing the goddamn show down, but definitely very overexposed. And then CM Punk to the WWE. I'm not going for it. I hate it. When that conversation started up Monday, I was just like, what? Let's be fucking for real.
I can see it.
No.
I don't want it. I can see it though. I can see him showing up. Which would be crazy because he talked a lot of shit. I know people who've talked shit and gone back before. He talked a lot of shit recently. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be interesting. I would like to hear him backtrack on some of that stuff he said if he goes back. Because he's gonna have to kiss the ring. Cody had to do it.
for Cody's ring kissing was funny.
Cody literally kissed the ring. It wasn't even like
he literally came on one interview. He literally came on one interview and was just like, "Yeah, I was wilding. That was stupid." Well, what is it? My favorite backtrack of Cody's was when he was just like, "Yeah, the Anthony and Go feud. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I thought that was the funniest shit ever, bruh."
He's self-aware.
But nah, Punk, nah, no.
If Punk come back, I gotta see him kiss the ring. He gotta kiss.
Dog,
I need Vince to come back so he can kiss his foot too. I need everybody to come back to make sure you gotta apologize to everybody he said something about.
Nah, all I know is that when we get that backstage, you know, the WWE 365, and then he walking into Titan Towers, and then he's shaking hands with Stephanie McMahon. That's gonna be the shot, bruh.
Woo. You know, I need that.
That's gonna be sad, bro.
I need to see him kiss the ring. I need to see that.
I don't know anybody faker than Punk, bro. If you straight edge, bro, do some drug right now, because CM Punk got y'all looking soft, bro.
Oh man,
hit that gas right now.
Don't tell people to do drugs.
I'm playing. I'm joking. Okay. Right. Next topic. We got new signees to AEW. Sir. We got Willow Nightingale, and we got The Kingdom coming to AEW.
Congrats to Willow. She finally got the graphic. We've been asking for about 4 months. This woman signed to the company.
I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of Willow Nightingale, but I'm so glad that she is signed, so y'all can stop asking this fucking question whenever she's on TV.
We want to know what you assigned, man. What they doing?
Every time she was around. Is she signed yet? Did she get the graphic yet?
We need the graphic.
I'm glad this is finally done and out of the way.
The Kingdom. Do you care?
No.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I've seen Matt Taven here and there. I've obviously seen Mike Kanellis.
I am not familiar with nobody's game here. I've been on wrestling Twitter for a really long time. Okay. I have never seen a clip montage being like, man, the Kingdom used to go hard. I've never seen that shit in my life.
You know what tweet I saw the other day? This is completely off topic. Someone had a someone tried to lie on the internet and say that TNA like Tess and Albert were like a top tag team in the early 2000s. Like, all right, now y'all just bugging. TNA, Tess and Albert. Come on, they were just there. I'm not. They wasn't bad. They wasn't the top teams of the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, I ain't never seen. The only thing I see is that one clip of Maria Kanellis dancing with the Good Brothers in New Japan. That is our only clip and highlight that I've ever seen. I have never seen a damn Matt Taven go hard, bro. Y'all sleep. I ain't never seen that tweet in my life.
I haven't either. Mike Bennett. I've never liked Mike Bennett, so
I still haven't seen somebody tweet, man, the Kingdom really hard, bro. Y'all sleep. I ain't never seen that shit yet.
I'm sure they're out there.
I ain't. Don't link me, bro.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Next we got Hangman Page. On the week that we want to take off, Hangman Page want to take a nap.
You want to die
in the motherfucker. That lariat was fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah, the whole situation was pretty scary. I will commend AEW. I think they did a really good job of handling the situation as best as they could. It was like still 10 minutes left in the show. So this guy might not be moving anytime soon. Taz was clearly shaken up. He was like, he didn't even want to go on with the show. He was just really concerned for Hangman. I think everybody was, but thankfully it wasn't any situation where he couldn't move. It was just concussion. He was out though. That boy was out.
Boy, he was. I watched the clip, and then I watched the video of a doctor. I think he described himself as a neuro specialist. He said, yeah, he like Hangman was like knocked out before he even landed,
Yeah, you could
which
tell.
I thought was crazy.
Even the way he landed was like, oh, that was nasty.
Oh, I was just like, damn, Moxley, I wasn't familiar with your lariat, bro. That shit had that nigga cooked. And then
the spirit of Stan Hansen.
I heard some thoughts from some unlikely or like some unlikable folks or whatever, and then it was just like, do we feel like maybe niggas don't have to do a full flip and rotate just to sell a lariat? Like, did it had to be all that?
Yeah, nah, they've been doing that forever. They got
do niggas have to do the do niggas really have to do the whole goddamn Charlie Brown when they get hit with the shit?
Yeah, you got it. That to make the lariat look good. I mean, you could just do straight up, just like really fast, like flat back bump. But I think the flip looks cooler. I just think it was a situation where maybe he just got hit in that right spot somewhere. That shit just rocked his brain. But yeah, man, I'm just happy he's good to go. It didn't seem like it's too serious. I mean, a concussion is serious, obviously.
Yeah, but he's recovering well, which is like what we heard.
Which is nice. Now, I'm happy they gave us an update because we still haven't had an update on Adam Cole, who is still MIA. We see shit. We got more hype for him being on Up, Down, Down than we do coming back on the TV show. So that shows you what the status of Adam Cole is at right now.
I ain't trying to, hey man, shout out to Rob, but I'm not watching them niggas play Uno. No. But nah, it is what it is. Speaking of Adam Cole, before we go into Halloween Havoc, because we have to fill out the AEW portion of our docket.
I was just looking at that.
Did you see now that the Elite is sort of gone, or like the Undisputed Elite is sort of gone, so they're gonna pair Adam Cole with the Kingdom now?
I saw someone tweet that. Someone who might know things. So I hope not. Unless they really, really want to do the Adam Cole versus the Elite thing. At this point, I think it's not necessary. Bobby Fish is in the whole of the company at this point. Kyle O'Reilly, I don't know. I don't even know what happened to Kyle O'Reilly. He just disappeared off the planet.
I think he got a spinal fusion.
That sounds fucking terrible. That sounds like something you shouldn't be wrestling on afterwards.
Yeah. So I had a spinal fusion. We're probably not going to see him for like 6 to 9 months.
I think it's been about 6 already.
Yeah. What is it? 3 months after my recovery, there was just like, you can now like walk upstairs.
Jeez.
After 6, they were just like 6 months. It was just like, oh, you could do like horseback riding if you wanted to.
That's random.
That is just the threshold that they put on me. But yeah, we're probably not going to see him for quite some time. And also, like, that's not enough. Like, you try to do some bullshit for trios, you missing a nigga, man.
Yeah, that's a
so Kyle O'Reilly's about to come back out, and nothing's here. Back to jobbing. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's get into Halloween Havoc, man. All right. Halloween Havoc. I thought this was a good show. I'm gonna have some controversial points that might that people might not like.
Okay.
But
like that.
I really did like this show. I thought it was really good. Pulling up the card. No.
I got it right here.
You got it? All right. Hit me with it, partner.
All right, we got the ladder match. Wesley defeats Carmelo Hayes, Oro Mensah, Von Wagner, and Nathan Frazier. This match was this might be the second best multi-man ladder match NXT's ever done. Clearly, third maybe. I know the tag championship one was really good too. This might have surpassed the tag championship one. It's not better than New Orleans. Nothing gonna beat New Orleans, clearly.
Yeah, sadly. That one was too fucking good.
Nothing gonna beat New Orleans, but I think this was really, really good. These guys were just going like, this isn't a phrase I use all the time, but like balls to the wall, just like we're just about to go all out. We're gonna put our bodies at risk and just do the stupidest thing. A fan almost got taken out. Wesley got thrown halfway across the arena.
Has Von Wagner never like moved a couch
Dog
or a TV or
Yeah.
whatever? I was just like, tilt the fucking ladder, yo! Like, oh
No,
my god, are
that
you dumb?
that lady that lady had Spider-Man senses the way she moved back. She's like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Dawes, she lost the bag.
whew,
I would have been like, fuck my jaw.
that might have took her out. Are you kidding me? The way that thing came back. But yeah,
Mhm.
man, a lot of fun spots. Who would you say was the MVP of this match?
Nathan Frazier.
He's good, man. I guess he's a good kid. He's good.
I'm like, I wanted Wesley to win. That was my prediction for the longest. I always felt like it was just like a long time coming. We should probably not like delay this any further. But I understand that every ladder match has to have, I guess, that one dude that's really willing to go crazy. And that was Nathan Frazier and Oro. But Nathan just kept going crazy to the point where I was just like, Wesley, do something. Like, can you do something? Because this nigga's going crazy, bro. Like, he is having every highlight in the match. Like, you getting overshadowed right now. That's just a little bit how I felt. But days removed, I'm just like, it's cool to just have, folks like that or whatever. I didn't really feel like Von Wagner really brought anything to this match.
Besides the one spot, I thought the one spot where he threw West was cool. I like that spot.
Yes, that was
like,
really
oh, that made me jump out of my chair. I was like, oh shit.
Launched his ass, catapulted him. That shit was crazy. That was about it. Carmelo Hayes here. Nah.
I don't remember anything he even did in the match, honestly.
I
remember he did the little reverse shooting star shit that he does. Or did Frazier do that? Frazier did it too mellow. I think Frazier did it too mellow onto the
Mello was there to take a lot of offense and didn't I guess it was whatever. And then match was okay. I don't really have much to say outside of that. Like, I thought Nathan and Oro really showed out. And then Wesley winning was a long time coming. I feel like the heels in this match just didn't really go crazy. And I guess, like, since they were outnumbered, I guess that's okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's just how I felt.
Right,
good match.
Next up, we got Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller in a casket match.
I think we might need to change the rules of what a casket match is.
Oh,
maybe we don't need to be so specific as like needing to close the casket.
That's how casket matches have been since forever. I think because Simon Miller was doing this, was on the same thing. I was watching his ups and downs on What Culture, and he said the same thing. Like, since when have you had to close the casket to win the match? Like, it's always been that way since every casket match ever.
I'm not saying when the fuck has this always been the case. I'm just saying maybe it should be the case. Because if I put your ass in the dirt, you in the dirt.
He was in the dirt.
But nah, I thought it was fine.
Were you okay with Crews winning it?
Yeah, that's fine. It breaks them away from each other. Anything to make this feud stop is fine with me. What I don't really like is Grayson Waller, coming out as if nothing happened, and then kind of burying the stipulation on Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't like him coming out immediately the 2 days after. I wish they would at least waited a week before they could have had the truth. They could have got the truth thing in somehow another way.
They could have just did that without Grayson, and then when R-Truth shows up next week, excuse me, you have Waller show up, and then they just have the match then and there. I don't really feel like they needed to announce a R-Truth match. You feel me? Not trying to shit on man's game, but it was just like, for real, like, he could have sold this match a little better. But like, it's whatever. I thought the match was straight though.
Next up, Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade. Now, I wasn't feeling this. I wasn't into it. They feel. I don't know why. Their chemistry always just seems really off for me. Like they're like something's up. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Cora.
I have a theory, but keep going. Just get your thoughts off.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's Cora. I feel like maybe she's still kind of she's still in that mindset where she's processing what to do next in her head. And I feel like at time they were kind of just walking towards spots and kind of like just kind of getting there, like, oh, I gotta beat her up in the right place.
The walking towards the spots and doing the thing, that was absolutely the match because they had to make sure that they did that full like clockwise so they can get up to the thing. And it was very like, you know, they were very en route to sort of say.
You know what it was? I feel like no one in that match is able to take lead.
That is, I believe, that is that's a good idea or a good assessment, good analysis. Also, I feel like for this match, the Weapons Wild match on Tuesday, Roxanne Perez kind of just like she wasn't really comfortable with having that killer instinct or like having to get into that bag. So like she wasn't on that Liv Morgan journey where she had to learn and like have to develop that killer instinct. So like she's like holding back a lot in that match. Story wise, that's what I would have went with to like kind of justify or try to make sense of why it was a lot not as violent as like kind
of advertised
Tegan Knox, Tegan Knox versus Dakota Kai, something like that, I mean, I thought the match was okay. Like this match is very middle of the road. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how I felt about too.
I didn't think this match was all that great. I'm just hoping that it splits them away from each other for a little bit. Hopefully, Cora Jade could get a little better in that ring, and then they can come back and really have like something going on. Like, cause I'm what is it? I'm pumping the coal into the Roxanne train. You feel me? Like, let's go full steam ahead with her.
I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know where you're going with that.
What, like you don't know how trains work?
Nah, just the way I just never heard that phrase before. Julius Creed defeat Damon Kemp in an ambulance match. I really like this match. They were just throwing shit at each other.
Yeah, like this is what the Weapons Wild like
should have been.
Yeah, it should have been, but just Roxanne not really that violent or has that much like vitriol for her best friend.
Nah, so you think it's violent?
This was that nigga came in this shit chucking pumpkins, son.
Off rip.
They were like they were doing this match as if everything was okay, like nothing was off the books. Like I'm gonna throw everything at you.
Anything had not nailed down to the ground to getting thrown in this match.
Yeah. What is it? Julius missed, but he threw a whole office chair wheels first at the nigga.
Standout spots I thought, which is insane, was Damon Kemp slamming the door on Julius Creed's hands. That nigga is insane.
Fire.
What's wrong with these people? He not beating the crazy white boy allegations. Also, dumbest spot ever, but it made me laugh when it happened. When this nigga, he put the chair up and they clotheslined the chair into Damon Kemp. That was the funniest thing. Like, that didn't even make sense, but it was really funny.
Fire.
I love both of you guys. I think this was a really fun match. It was definitely more violent. It was the most violent, I would say. And it was I just had fun. I just had fun the whole time watching. I had nothing like negative to say about it.
My only nitpick would be is that they were in that like small backstage portion a lot, and I get it because the ambulance was there, but I felt like maybe the ambulance could have been a little closer, so a little more stuff could have happened in ring.
Yes, it's always tough with those kind of matches where like like even like the Buried Alive match, it was kind of just off to the side. At least that was kind of near the stage so everybody could see it. But I understand what you're saying. Like it can be it sucks for the live crowd. They don't really get to see what's going on. You know,
Yeah.
no one wants to watch a match all the way in the back.
That's it. I thought this match was like really good. Otherwise, like being there live probably was just like, damn, nigga, my neck hurt. I gotta turn around all the goddamn time. Or I gotta wait for them to move away from the curtain or some shit. But I thought the match was really cool, man.
Mandy Rose defeats Alba Fire in a 7-minute match. However, there was about a 20-minute cinematic match before the 7-minute match.
I wouldn't call it a cinematic match, but did you like the Halloween, the haunted house portion of it? I thought it was fun.
I feel like we already did it before. We did it with Loomis and Carmelo and Trick.
I mean, shit, we did a North American ladder match already.
Yeah, that's different. That's a ladder match.
Whatever.
What?
We did an ambulance match before. Like, come on now. A lot of shit's been done before.
I know, but I just feel I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention that much to the haunted house stuff.
No, that's fine.
I wasn't really focused on it. I'm sure it was fine.
I thought it was really comedic and really funny, which is like kind of weird coming from Toxic Attraction. Like they were, JC and Gigi, they always had like their dynamic before, where it was just like, I would say Mean Girls or whatever. But Alba Fire is not really a spooky character, so I thought it was weird for them to really, ask.
What was she doing at that house?
Haunted house.
Yeah, what's she doing at that house, man? What's she doing?
But I like that portion of it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was fun. It reminded me when I went to the Halloween Horror Nights not too long ago. So I thought it was fun.
How do you feel about the actual match? I would say.
Yeah, the actual match. Get this loser out of here, son.
It happened.
I felt like this feud was, just another stamp or whatever. But yeah, let's move Alba Fire up or something, and no, I'm not. Shout
out to Mandy Rose for doing all this while just after her brother just passed away. Couldn't have been easy, so that's always good. And she hit 365. Yeah, so she hit 365. So she's
the attraction, baby.
Who's the longest women's champion?
Asuka, like 600 and some shit days.
Was it 600 days? Jesus Christ!
I don't know. Asuka was in that bit for a really long time. Hold on.
I don't think it was 600 days.
Asuka was
510. Yeah, 510 days. So yeah, she got a ways to go. I don't think she's gonna reach that, but
with the shortest reign, Kyrie saying 71 days, and yeah, and then what is it? That's nothing back in that NXT time.
Yeah, you know what's so funny too? I know it's a little off topic, but Ember Moon couldn't beat Asuka for shit for like 3 straight shows. Then she vacates the belt, and then they have the audacity to have Asuka hand Ember Moon the championship when she finally wins it.
Stomach is sick, bro. Nah, when Asuka chucked her out of that thing and actually injured her, I say, yeah, Asuka's crazy, bro. But I'm looking forward to what Mandy Rose does next. As far as what Alba Fire does next, if it's not on SmackDown or Raw, please leave me alone.
I'm with you.
Main event time. We got Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov and JD McDonough.
Banger. NXT match of the year.
Really?
Can you name a better NXT match this year?
I don't know. Walter got some shit. Gunther got some shit on him still. Tyler Bate still got some shit on him still. I feel like
this has been I would say this is the best NXT match of the year. This was a fantastic match. This is probably the match of the month of October, as far as I'm concerned. Just a really, really, really good match. There's a lot of shit happened. I think JD McDonough was the MVP of the match by far. That guy, he's good, man. Feel how you want to feel about him. Whatever. I understand there's some real serious, allegations towards him. I understand that. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at just whatever we see presented on TV. I don't like the gimmick. That boy can wrestle.
I'm not gonna fault you there.
That boy can wrestle.
Your ideas are yours, but I'm not that high on this match.
You were
I thought
really?
This match,
Okay.
I thought this match was okay.
Wow. Why did you feel just okay?
JD McDonough and well, actually, let me rephrase this. I feel like I know people are going to be like, "What?" But like, whatever. I didn't feel like Braun Breaker was an active participant in this match.
Okay.
I know it's like triple threat, so you have to like create some space for dudes to cook, but and then it's strategic that you want to like isolate the champion and then like really beat the shit out of the guy that you really beat down in the past. Like I get that and I get like why that's happening, but I just felt like Braun Breaker was just not really an active participant in this match, and that's why I'm just
Enough
like,
for you.
But like you the champ though, like you really supposed to come through with this shit. And then I thought, Ilya just is JD McDonough really his boogeyman, huh?
Yeah. Got that boy out of here. We'll talk about it later, but you got
no, but like it was just like
the territory.
Because like my perception of Ilya Dragunov is that like this is the little nigga that was bringing it to Gunther, bro. Like he was really like
he didn't beat Gunther. He beat Walter.
Oh, whatever.
It's different. He beat Walter. That's even crazier. That's because that was like Walter. That was like bigger Walter. He ain't lose the weight yet. He was hitting harder. You know what I mean? Like that was
like to me, I know like with Ilya being injured by him, you can't really create this perception, but it was just like, JD kind of showed that there's like, a chink in his armor, that he's not really indestructible. But, I still have this perception that Ilya Dragunov is still kind of that nigga. You feel me?
Still is. Never had a bad match.
JD exposed kind of like, I'm not saying exposed like, he out wrestled him or whatever, but he was just like, he really showed that Ilya is not who we thought he was.
or maybe we underestimated JD. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, either or on that. I just I don't know. Besides that, I thought this match was just like really okay. This is probably Braun Breaker's best defense in a really long time, or title defense match, but I don't think it's because he was an active participant in it. I feel like if a title were to change here, I'd be like, that was probably for the best.
Okay, understand.
That's it. I'm not saying this is a bad match. I'm just saying that you probably gave it a 4. I was a 3.5 with it.
I gave it way higher than a 4.
Okay, I gave it a 3.5. I was really just like okay with this match. That's all. I hope that don't get me killed in nothing, but whatever. I ain't watching it back.
I'll say this much: if I'm watching a wrestling match and I stand up out of my chair, I know it's a good match. If I get up,
oh wow, the dick eating is crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The shit with the nigga saluting the flag, the dick eat crazy.
On the team.
When they did that for the little kid that was cheering for Roman Reigns was crazy, bro. But now let's get into NXT's Championship Tuesday. We got Casey Square versus Nikita Lyon and Starks. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. I hated the double finish. I thought, I don't really like that. I hate when it's done. When AEW do it, I hate it there too. I guess like, Nikita Lyons making that like rookie mistake, I guess, whatever, it works with the character because, Zoe Stark's been wrestling longer, but, if the ref knew that they weren't illegal, why the fuck did you count to 3?
He didn't realize until after the fact. He said, "Oh wait a minute, that doesn't make sense."
Who told him? Did somebody run out and tell him? I don't remember that part.
Maybe. No, I think he just caught it after the fact. He was like, "Wait, that doesn't make sense."
Oh, okay. Sorry. If like sorry, I just don't recall another ref coming out and being like, "Nah, you made the wrong call."
No, he made his own call. I'm also not a big fan of dusty finishes. I didn't think it was
Not that
necessary.
dusty finish.
I didn't think it was necessary for fucking Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark versus
I don't.
Casey Square.
I
It didn't
no.
seem
Well,
necessary, bro.
I don't feel like this is necessary for either team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, either team, and but it's also just like we because I'll say this, but that second part of the match was really really good. I feel like we didn't need to have the fucking
Yeah,
that little middle
exactly.
drama. We could have just
We
went to
didn't need
that
that.
second. We could have went to that second gear, that the second part of that match. I still would have gave it the same exact rating. It would have given the same exact feeling. But I feel like they're leading to something between Zoe Stark and Nikita. I understand why they did it. I just didn't really care for it.
And I yeah, they're trying to lead up to something with those two. And it's just like, well, for me, I'm not excited about that. Like that doesn't interest me. Like, Zoe Stark possibly turning heel or turning on Nikita for being new to the game. You the one that wanted to be a tag team because EO left your dusty ass.
Just a little frustration. That's all.
Yeah, but like I'm not really interested in seeing those two bump heads. That's not exciting prospect for me. And then like I don't feel like Casey Squared are the greatest champions anyway. Like, what are y'all really holding that shit for? Like,
who else gonna hold it?
Don't do much. This is why we need to get rid of the fucking women's tag belts, bro. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Shit's is a waste.
Besides that good match though, I liked it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great match. And then our second tag championship match, we got Pretty Deadly versus Malik Blade and Anofe. Or no,
yeah, right.
It's Malik and Anofe.
Yeah, it was.
What's is Malik Blade? Does Anofe have a last name? No.
Anofe is his last name. It's Idris Anofe.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I wasn't familiar, but this is good. I like this.
This is the Pretty Deadly I've been ranting and raving about for the last 2 years on NXT UK. This is what I was talking about.
Shit, they showed us that with the Creeds. I thought these niggas was hard.
This was like, I love this match. I understand, like, I've been pretty high on Anofe and Malik Blade for a while now. I didn't realize Malik Blade had that in him. I had never seen that from Malik Blade. I've seen that from Anofe. I knew Anofe was an athlete. Malik Blade surprised me in this match. Like, oh, he bugging. I was like, okay, big dog. I see what you're doing.
What is it? These guys just needed the platform. Is what I would say. I always thought, what is it? I think they had a match not too long ago against actually it was a while ago, against I think of like GYV or something on a random NXT episode. And I was just like, at first I was just like, they're relatively new guys, and GYV is still like, established. So I was just like, these guys are getting a lot of fucking offense. But I wouldn't say that it was like they were bad or like, they weren't wrestling well. Like I always knew that these guys really had it in them. And I thought it was really interesting that Pretty Deadly get to wrestle a different match that we haven't seen yet, because Malik and Anofe, or Blade and Anofe, are smaller.
That's what I was kind of getting at, because in UK they were the biggest tag team, like literally the size wise. Besides like Gallus, I think they might have been bigger than Gallus.
I think they're bigger than Gallus. Gallus is just some short fat niggas.
Yeah, Gallus is short buff guys, but so yeah,
they ain't buff. Nah, call them what it is. They short fat niggas.
They're not fat. Joe Coffey's in good shape. They're not ripped. They're not like cut, but they're big. They got muscle on them. I respect those guys, but yeah, I'm used to that style of match. I think that's their best when they're the bigger guys and they're working against smaller, more quicker opponents. But yeah, I saw this in Inofe, at least Inofe, when he wrestled Kushida on like Level Up. It was like a random episode of Level Up. He was cooking. I think it was Kushida's last match, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, okay. These guys are not that bad. But yeah, I'm very proud of those two guys. I'm happy Malik got rid of the fucking sweater vest during the match. I hope he never did that again. Also, we saw Odyssey Jones tonight. I'm on Tuesday. We haven't seen him in a while.
Hey man, I'm not.
Yeah, he had the hose on deck. You know what I mean?
I mean, he had to get up to something, but you know, I wasn't high on Odyssey Jones when he was around. Still ain't. So when he came back, I was just like, well, hopefully he could show me something this time. Um, I don't know because I don't know what y'all saw.
I hope he
I'm
had some
not trying.
diversity sensitivity training. You know what I mean? On his time off.
I'm not. I'm not trying to be on my Booker T, but I don't know what y'all was seeing in this nigga. Um, so that's all I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say too. Good match, very good
Debut
match. Oh
of
yeah, let's talk
Ava
about this.
Raine.
Man, I didn't see that one coming. They got me. I wasn't prepared for that.
You know, I was really thinking Isla Dawn was it.
I heard a lot of people say Isla Dawn. I heard a lot of people say Saray. Where is Saray?
I don't know, but the Saray pick was actually stupid as hell.
I mean, I would if you would have told me it could be either between Saray and the Rock Daughter, I would pick Saray first. I'll be honest with you. Okay,
I would be
Saray.
If it was a poll.
Yeah, what are you gonna pick?
I would have been like, nah, no, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to hear Joe Gacy try to squeeze in geopolitics into his shit. No, I'm good.
Ava Raine. I'll say this much.
Cool.
This is the most I've been invested in Schism since this thing has started. I can tell you that much. Also, if James Drake can grow his beard back, why can't Zach Gibson grow his beard back? He don't grow that damn beard back. You look that crazy, man.
That boy looks ridiculous. That boy look foolish without
grow that
shit,
damn
bro.
beard back, man. We're past the shock, initial shock. You can grow it back. Yeah, the promo. I liked the promo Ava Raine did. I think she was like, "Look, I know what y'all expected me to do, but I ain't doing that. I'm doing this. I'm rocking with this family over here." And I feel like the internet reacted without real, like they must not listen to the promo because everybody's first thoughts were, "Why isn't she in the bloodline?" I'm like, bro,
people are so stupid. And then
what does she gain from being in the bloodline? If she goes to the bloodline right now, what is she gonna? Is she gonna develop anything?
No,
like that's what I'm saying. Like
it's so dumb. And then people were, I saw somebody tweet some shit just like, well, you know, just because she's not in it or not really rugged, you know, she's still gonna coast because, you know, everything that, you know, everybody else in her family has done before. And it was just like, yeah, it's called paving the fucking way.
Yeah.
Like
the Rock had to go through the same thing. People forget, like, they were
the Rock didn't just become
Rocky.
The Rock.
Yeah,
like the Rock didn't become The Rock overnight.
They wanted him to die. I never seen any wrestler get vitriol like that before. They said that you need to die. That's pretty insane. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm more concerned than anything. I just hope. I want to see what she's done in the ring. I don't think she's even done like house shows yet in the ring as far as like wrestling. I don't even know if she's going to be an active wrestler. I don't know any. We don't really know anything. I know she's had like multiple surgeries before the age of 21. It's a little concerning. I just hope she stays healthy, and like, you know, we can keep her on TV. And I'm interested to see what happens.
I think she should be an active competitor.
I hope so.
I'm sorry, I forgot my train of thought, but my initial thoughts on this whole thing, or like my largest takeaway from this thing, is that now I have something to sort of care about when Schism is on my screen. Exactly. And it's the growth and development of Ava Raine. That's it.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it, because any other time Schism's on my TV, I'm turning on the NBA. What's going on in the basketball game? Because I got a parlay going. This is unnecessary. Yeah, man. I'm happy to see her debut. Yeah, I don't think the bloodline stuff is unnecessary.
Every time a Samoan shows up, is just like, put him in the bloodline. And it's
like, just there's like already 30 niggas in that group. And first of all, if they wanted to put a woman in there, Tamina's been sitting around doing nothing for the last like a year. What the hell? Why'd you put the girl who never wrestled before in? I don't know. And then people are like already fancy booking, like, oh, The Rock comes to WWE to save Ava Raine from the bloodline. Like, yo, do we even know if The Rock's showing up? Did The Rock even tweet about Ava Raine? Did he even get a tweet off?
I don't think so. But also, people are just so fucking uncreative with their ideas. Just boring. Just boring overall.
If it's a new equivalent, like putting all the Latino wrestlers together or putting all the black wrestlers together, you put all the Samoans in the bloodline.
And like, I kind of hate. I kind of hate that Elgato del Fantasma got put with Zelito. Like, I get why, but it's just like, oh my god, this like
doing it.
Know, this gives what is it? This gives satisfaction to the fucking just put the minorities together. It'll work, I swear.
I'm surprised people didn't ask for Samoa Joe to be in the bloodline at this point. He ain't even in the family. He just Samoan.
Shit. There's been time. I'm pretty sure there's somebody that tweeted like there should be in a tag team or something. But yeah, that's all good. And then for our main event, which I kind of thought this match was better than the match on Halloween Havoc. I'm not gonna cap to you. JD McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov. This shit was hard. This shit was really, really hard.
This shit was fire. I'm sure these guys have wrestled each other a gajillion times. But yeah, I love that fucking. I love when Dragunov does the fucking like diving like forearm just drops on dude when he's on the ground. I love that spot. I think that's so fucking cool. Yeah, man. It looks like Dragunov done. His little USA runs over. I don't think he's coming back. They gave him the stretcher. So yeah, I think he had a good couple matches on NXT America. I'm happy he got to do this on TV, and it should be good advertising for whatever NXT UK is going to be. Not UK, Europe's going to be. Do we know when that's starting? They said early next year, right? Didn't they? They were like early 2023. Oh well,
I'm not going to watch.
You're not gonna watch the first couple episodes, see how it goes.
It's gonna get the same amount of watches that UK got from me before. So,
well, I mean, UK pre-COVID wasn't that bad. I was watching it. They were touring and stuff, good crowds. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this match. Cool ending. I don't know where we can go with JD. I guess you're gonna run back JD versus Braun again, or I don't know. Because he got him out of here. I don't think JD's leaving. So,
oh yeah, he's cooked.
What are we doing?
I hope they don't do another triple threat. I don't think Braun Breaker needs padded out triple threats for his title reign. Yeah, nah. If they want to do shit, if they're gonna do JD McDonough versus Braun Breaker in another match, I think JD should take it.
I do too.
Yeah, let's start switching up the title picture now that we're a year. Well, we've been a year into this, but a year and some change into this now. Yeah, that's fine. Now, quick hits. Let's get into these quick hits, man.
Quick hits.
Shotzi Blackheart versus Last Legend.
Did you hear Pete from Booker T in this match? I don't know where he went. He must have took a coffee break, a piss break.
That boy.
He ain't say a word.
When Booker T said, "Nigga, if Last Legend was under me, she'd be way better," I said, "Nah, this nigga's cooking, bro." Shawn Michaels said, "No, turn his mic off. You're in timeout." And you know what? Shit, he probably fucking right. Because what the fuck are they doing with Last Legend over there? I'm not saying she should win matches, but I'm not seeing the growth, man.
Yeah, and I don't think it helped that she was wrestling Shotzi. I don't think I've been very open. I don't think Shotzi's very good. So it's kind of just two people who are kind of like both like kind of clumsy out there in the ring together. Thankfully, it was a short match. Nothing too drastic happened. And it just it seemed kind of just like, what was the point of that?
I feel you said you really liked this episode of NXT, but I feel like this episode of NXT was just like, this is kind of all the shit that we couldn't really squeeze in into Halloween Havoc. So we kind of just have like a lot of like filler shit in this episode.
This felt like an episode after a takeover, like the old takeover. You remember like the taped episode where it's just a bunch of bullshit,
but like no recap, and we actually got a good match at the end. We Julius got 5 minutes in heaven with with Damian. I don't know, Damian Kemp, and then Idol Shire came back and attacked the Creeds. Idol Shear. It's my fault. Shear.
Idle shower? What did you say?
Oh, sorry, bro. I had something else on the mind. Yeah, they came back and attacked the Creeds, and that's going to give the Creeds something to do when they get put back into the tag division. I hope they don't pair them with Damian, but I'm
concerned. I know Shawn Michaels said they're not going to go the stereotypical route with this, but I really, really hope they don't turn these guys just regular basic forward heels. I'm talking about Industry. I really hope.
I mean,
there's some depth to their character. I don't want foreign just monster heel, please.
When people say foreign monster heel, I think that they're gonna come with the anti-American promos. If they're just gonna be motherfuckers, non-white niggas who don't like other motherfuckers, that is perfectly fine.
No, that's still one-dimensional. I don't think that makes it any different. I still think it's very one-dimensional and just kind of boring.
Them niggas can't be angry? They can't like other niggas?
I mean, they can be angry, but give me a reason.
Shit. We'll see what that reason is, bro.
That's what I'm a little concerned about. I just don't want an angry foreign guy just be angry foreign guy because it's the easiest route they can go.
They trying to make their name off one of the best tag teams in this bitch. So it is what it is. I remember the segment happening, and I tried to go on their YouTube and see what they were talking about. But Toxic Attraction and Mandy Rose, they talk about something on FaceTime, and I think it might have just been like a celebration or some shit.
Yeah, they're just we're gonna have our celebration next week. So introduce whatever her new feud's gonna be. That's all that is. Or it might be Alba Fire again. Who knows?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Dijak is back. That should be cool. He burned off the Empire mask, and he gonna be back killing shit.
The Abyss mask.
Yeah. Now that is somebody that I would like to really see versus Braun Breaker.
That'd be fun.
I'm not, or Ilya, but Ilya's gone.
He's dead.
He's not dead. Come on.
He's dead. He's stretching him out. He's dead. I seen it.
Shit. You didn't say that about Heyman.
Wow.
Looking forward to Dijak. That should be cool. And then there's a group called Scripps.
Is it a group or is it a person?
Oh, it's a person. Sorry, or an undisclosed figure. I don't care.
It's the first promo. I'm not.
No.
I missed it. I didn't even see it. I saw it on Twitter. I missed the whole thing.
It was somebody leaving a voicemail like Scream, and I was
if it feels almost too close to whatever the MJF was doing like a month ago. So in a way, I don't know.
My thing, I don't know.
I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna let it play out.
Do you consider Joe Gacy shit like spooky shit?
I think he's calmed down. I think he toned down the spookiness of Joe Gacy. I think he's kind of coming back more towards the cult leader type thing instead of the spooky, which is good.
Because I was they did the reveal for Ava Raine, and then they did that right after. And I was just like, just spooky shit after another, bro. Like, come on, bro. We don't need this many.
Yeah, I feel like Schism kind of back
niggas going on.
I feel like Schism kind of backed off the spooky stuff, which is good, which I think is for the better. I much prefer Cult both of them are kind of done to death, but I rather at this point Cult than spooky stuff because I don't think the spooky stuff is getting over.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky stuff is hard to get over.
I mean, when it's done well, it's great, but
that's why the testament to Undertaker for it lasting so long.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, even he had to dial that shit back and was just like, I'm biking now. But next, we got R-Truth pulling up to host Halloween Havoc.
Fun little segment. I liked it.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is cool. This is, all that funny shit and all that, everything nigga wanted. But I was just like, oh nah. When R-Truth came out and this segment was like at least like 8 minutes, I was just like, yeah, this is some filibuster. This is for show. So yeah, we taking some we ain't really got much for y'all on this show.
Entertain the crowd, give them something to laugh at. One
We
time.
we got these 3 matches for you, all promo. Which is fine. They got you got to set up to shit, so it's all good.
We forgot to put on the thing. I don't know if you put it on the docket. Indy
Right,
Hartwell versus Sol Ruka.
Oh no, I didn't put that for a reason.
Why? Okay, the match happens. The match happens. Indy Hartwell wins. It was like literally like 3 moves. I don't know why they had the match, and then we get the return of Elektra Lopez. So she's back, which told me that y'all, you're not ready to get called up. The other guys are ready to get called up. You ain't getting called up. She's not ready at all. That's why I was so shocked when people were asking, like, "Yo, where's Elektra Lopez?" Like,
why are they leaving? Why would they leave Elektra Lopez behind? Well, why can't they just put her in a tag team with Zelina? I was just like, dog, she hasn't done shit in El Gato del Fantasma for like so long. Like, I don't know what people were saying on NXT, but literally,
it's not just cute.
In what is it? End of feud with Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo would come up and be like, El Gato del Fantasma, y'all fucking up. Lecture, you kudo. And then like that's it. She doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't have matches, and then she interferes every now and then.
Pretty much.
That's it. What are we fighting for?
I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully she starts getting her reps now that she's not in El Gato del Fantasma. And leading up to this match, when Saruka was just like, oh man, I'm looking forward to really get out there and really stretch my legs. And Indy Hartwell was coming up with the real cocky shit. I said, what?
Hey, I mean,
calm that down, bro.
Had to show the rookie what it is. My Black Queen, Sol Ruka.
I was like, hell no. I know. I was like, I know your ass ain't talking. Yeah, that's it for NXT. Is there anything else I missed?
Nah, I think that's it. I think we got everything else.
All right. Shit, we about to miss a lot on this AEW joint. But
it really match heavy anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's get into this. All right. I missed the first 35 minutes of the show, but when I cut it on, Swerve and Keith Lee were doing what is it? Swerve in Our Glory, terrible name. And FTR was doing the damn thing.
All right. Well, so the first 30 minutes were it was Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta.
I'm so glad I missed that.
No, actually, this match was first of all, I want to preface this by saying I really like this episode of Dynamite. I thought Dynamite was actually really good this week. I thought all the matches were good. And the promos weren't annoying, and no one was really annoying. Even the annoying guys on the show weren't that annoying tonight. So it was all around good time. But as far as Jericho and Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta and Claudio, I thought the ending segment was really, really good. Claudio busted out his patented hot tag where he runs around the ring and beats everybody's ass, which I really enjoyed. Wheeler was bugging out. That man wrestling for his life. I guess it was his birthday today. So happy birthday to him. And I thought this was actually a really, really fun match. After that, Claudio gets the pin on Jericho, so they're gonna ideally run that back at some point, probably maybe Full Gear. I don't know when. And then Jericho was very upset. He said he calls out any ROH champion, former ROH champion for next week. So who knows who I think we went through the list already. Who else he could wrestle at this point? But should be interesting. But yeah, it was a good match. I really enjoyed that match.
All right, no problem. Swerve in Our Glory, FCR. I thought this match was really cool. I thought this match was really fire. And AEW actually did something different where somebody cheated without the ref looking directly at them cheating. And I was just like, holy shit, we are learning. We are advancing. We are evolving. Yeah, I thought this match was good overall. I didn't I didn't like the guns coming out, or I didn't really like the guns interfering. I thought that was like stupid and unnecessary, but you know, it is what it is.
Gotta get the feud going. So it looks like we're gonna have Swerve and Our Glory against. Oh, we have to point out that Swerve blatantly cheated this time. Like he's straight up heel at this point, which I think is a very interesting dynamic, having him being heel and Keith Lee just kind of being there. I don't even know what Keith Lee's alignment is at this point. Yeah, man, this was a good match. So it looks like we're kind of shifting off to FTR versus the Gun Club for reasons. I guess. I don't know, man. I'm done questioning what they're doing with the FTR. Really just kind of wasting their time. But it's a good look for the Gun Club, I guess. But yeah, the match itself was very good. There were some spots where I was like, this is kind of a mess, but they made up for it. I think everybody looked good.
All right. I would agree with that sentiment as well. Then we got Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara. I ain't gonna lie. This one ain't have my attention, partner.
It was good though. This was also good. Another really good match in my eyes. I think because Bryan Danielson got the lead, Sammy Guevara couldn't do the dumb shit he likes to do. He still busted out his big like flips and shit, but it made more sense. There was actual selling. You know, when Sammy Guevara wrestles like this, is a lot less obnoxious, and I can tolerate him a little bit more. But it was a good match. Bryan wins. Bryan won, right?
Yeah,
Bryan wins. Okay.
And then Bryan got a little heel-ish, like that shit matters on this fucking show.
Yeah, there's some crumbling of the Blackpool Combat Club. It seems like Wheeler and Bryan are kind of at it, and Claudio's kind of in between the middle, and Moxley's doing his own thing. So yeah, that was We should point out. Oh God, what are you gonna say?
No. Point out something because I was about to move to the next thing.
Yeah, I'll go transition to it. MJF had the live interview with Renee Paquette.
I wasn't listening to this shit.
MJF basically tried to do his best impression of a like 2000 Rock promo, maybe late 99 Rock promo. I'll say this much: he's over. The crowd was really fucking with it. He definitely.
When was that ever put into question?
I don't know. He definitely on his stand-up routine had a lot of jokey jokes. Did a full-on Moxley impression, which is pretty dead on. I feel like Moxley's really easy to do an impression of. He just walks around like a caveman.
Yeah, because he's been cutting the same promo for fucking 4 years now.
He really has. And this led to him like, yo, the Firm, fall back. I got this. And then Stokely Hathaway was just like, yo, you sure, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I'm with you. He's like, no, nigga, I got this. He said nigga too. I heard him. Let me not get into freaking black and Jewish relations at a time like this. Actually. And it is so then we can lead on to the main event. It is Moxley versus Penta El Cerro Miedo. Now this is two guys who I don't like watching them wrestle. So for what it was, did we get the typical Pentagon bullshit? Yeah. Moxley didn't bleed, so that's a plus. I put that a plus on for the main event. This was a fine match. There was some weird.
This match would have been hot. This match would have been hot in 2017, bro.
You know what's going to help this match? There's any kind of story to it whatsoever. Why was this match happening? I don't know, but it happened. Match was fine for what it was, though. For a Pentagon John Moxley match, I'll take it. It could have been a lot worse for me, so I'm fine with it. But more importantly is kind of what happened afterwards. The Firm comes out. Actually, it's very similar to kind of what like Jey Uso did on SmackDown, but the Firm comes out, except the Firm's more successful, and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna beat his ass anyway." So they start beating up on John Moxley. MJF comes out. He's conflicted, and then he's like, "You know what? Nah, I got this." So he pushes off Stokely and everybody, and then they beat his ass. So the Firm turns on MJF, and
man, who would have seen that coming? the group that never listened to him turned on him. Like, it's not like they established any sort of trust or anything.
They barely had a relationship. It didn't even like he didn't
Yeah,
even
I was
interact with them
saying,
outside the first promo.
this shit is fucking ridiculous. I thought that the match was, whatever, middle of the road, AEW garbage. I think we might see something interesting with this with the result of this happening. Like, we might see like MJF and Moxley in a tag team match of some sort, or we might actually see MJF wrestle matches before his pay-per-view match. So maybe he could finally get better in the ring.
MJF being the face or working with the faces should be interesting. I'm very interested to see where they're kind of going with this. They've been teasing it for like a month now. Do you feel like they kind of have to start kind of pushing him as a face at this point? I mean, he's at the point where he's not really getting booed for anything he does.
Do they have to?
They don't have to.
No.
You think it would benefit them to do it though?
No, it doesn't benefit. Because once again, they're going to be doing a face versus face championship match, and then also it's like they're forced to turn MJF face, but like he's still going to be cutting these like heel promos, trying to get heat, and it's just like, nigga, did you forget what role that you are in? That you are,
but I feel like he didn't do that this week. I feel like his promo didn't feel like he was trying to get a lot. He didn't really say
right.
He didn't do the low hanging fruit shit he usually does. He didn't diss the town. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
I guess he really loves Virginia.
Yeah, it felt like I said, it felt like a stand up routine. Like he was really trying to imitate like The Rock or something from like a Rock face run.
Okay, if they stayed this course, it's cool. It's fine. But if he comes back next week and he's just like, oh, your sports team is trash, you guys are inbreds, and
I don't know. I'm thinking next week they're in whatchamacallit, but they're in New York on for December for full year. I got confused. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a drastic change in his character going forward. I don't think he's going to do the low hanging fruit shit anymore.
As long as they commit to this, then it's fine. But I also think that they were this close, so close to actually having like a face versus heel match, and then they were just like, nah, we just gonna turn him face. And I guess if MJF has more matches, then that's good. Honestly, he should be having more matches. Like, I don't feel like he should be on reserve. Like, I
mean, outside of him like being gone for those couple months, I think he's had more matches this year than he had last year. No, I'm lying. Like shit, he's only had 6 matches this year. He only wrestled 6 times. I think last year he had a lot more than that. I can tell you how much he had last year.
No, don't tell me. So maybe, just maybe, this could be really beneficial if they just, if they actually, book differently. So I don't have any complaints there. This is, this is the start of something, even though it's, it's just whatever. I'm not trying to get too worked up about it. It's kind of just whatever to me.
Yeah.
Quick hits. We got Jamie Hayter versus Riho, and I swear to God, yeah, I was listening to Black Print. Shout out to Justin and Josh Pease and Mark. But every time I looked back to the TV, Jamie Hayter was like face down on the ground, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?"
Nice little back and forth. I don't really have much to say about it.
Come on, bro. Riho is fucking small as shit, and I don't know why they making her this strong, but Kenny Omega must be back at work.
I want to know. Oh, speaking of, we didn't mention that they did show the little like the Marvel snap of the Elite, like a little teaser video.
Snap.
That was literally what they did. They like disappeared into dust.
Okay.
So it looks like we're on track for the Elite to come back. We've been seeing, reports and stuff saying they're pretty much back at this point, which makes me assume that's why we got the CM Punk news at the same time, because whatever the investigation was is now over. So, I think the Elite is probably needed on the show at this point. They could definitely use them.
Yeah, that's all good. Paige and Soraya have words for each other. I don't know. They must have workshopped that like literally seconds before airing that, because I was just like, well, that was pointless walking away from it.
We had to get Britt and Soraya on the show. That's all.
Yeah.
No
Jade.
Jade.
Just like, hey, no surprise. I like that. What is it? Soraya was just like, you don't even know why I'm here. And Britt was just like, yeah, why the fuck are you here? And then she just still doesn't say why she's here. What the fuck, bro? Like, are you wrestling or are you not?
He's wrestling. She already got it. Physical, man.
Jesus Christ, bro. Like, what the fuck is the big grand plan here? Yeah, that's whatever. Is that it for Eddie Kingston has a promo, but I had my TV on mute.
I didn't hear a word he fucking said. Didn't care.
Okay. I had my TV on mute, and he kept having like his like a gritted smile, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but he looked like a bum as no usual.
I will be going to Rampage this Friday, so I will give you guys an update on what's going on. It will be at Mohegan Sun. Mohegan Sun's right down the street from me, so I will be there. I don't know what's on the card at all. Couldn't tell you. I just know it's live, so hopefully we'll actually have the stars there. It is sold out. It's outsold the Norfolk show, the Dynamite, which is really interesting. I don't understand why wrestling companies don't come to Connecticut more. Every time a show is in Connecticut, it sells really well, and the crowd's usually really good. And I feel like WWE only does it once a year, which is crazy because they're in Connecticut. And then like AEW, they were in Bridgeport earlier this year, but Bridgeport's far as shit. I'm never doing the Bridgeport show again. That exit out of that arena was fucking miserable. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Said your piece. Let's get to let's start paying them bills, man. You could follow us on you can subscribe to us on patreon.com/the A Show RNC. We have a YouTube channel, the A Show RNC. Feel free to tap into that. We still have a charity going on for the wrestling club in the Brooklyn Elementary School. It met its goal, but if you want to donate some money and
try and buy some merch.
Let the kids walk away from Mania with a Rey Mysterio mask or something. Feel free to lock the fuck in.
If I see one of the kids walking out with a belt,
that'd be crazy, bro.
I'm gonna ask some questions. What you doing over there?
I hope Triple H gives someone with their own custom side plates like he'd be doing for sports teams.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, that'd be hard. Let's do that instead. Yeah, that's all great. You can follow Quan on Twitter at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me, Cyrus, on Twitter at Cyrus on TWR. And then you can find out everything that we're doing on the A Show Network at the A Show RNC on Twitter. Yeah, that's about it. That's all we have to plug, man.
You don't have any spot callers or anything like that?
Oh yeah, spot callers. We're gonna be doing pro wrestlers versus zombies, which sounds like it's gonna be fucking hilarious. There's all sorts of people in the movie, so that should be fun. You can listen to the other spot callers episode where we just did a little trick or treat, an array of matches, and you can listen to the draft diaries where they just talk about everything 2002 to almost 2000 to 2003, and those are our Patreon exclusive shows. So if you want to listen to those, cough up the $5, man.
I did my episode this weekend too. Fun times.
Okay,
fun
great.
times.
I'm not gonna lie. That first episode, I was just like, yeah, all this Jay-Z talk, kind of killing me, dog.
Killing it? Yeah.
I was no, I meant that positively. They killed it with that shit. And then when they actually
Yeah.
started talking wrestling, I was just like, wrestling's lame.
Yo, low key. I felt like about all the diaries so far. I have so much fun listening to other stuff. The wrestling's great. I think they do all. I mean, Mills obviously does a lot of research, all the wrestling
Mhm.
observer news and stuff. But man, just talking about other stuff, it's so much more fun to
Yeah.
do.
Oh no, man. Just whenever they started talking about wrestling stuff, I was just like, for real, can y'all stop?
Shout out to
Um,
Rob on the most recent episode. They were talking about the one hit
mhm.
wonders. Um,
I haven't heard it yet. But shout out
okay.
to Justin. Plus, there's some other folks that I know have been on there, but I'm not sure if their episode went up yet. But yeah, man, it's all good stuff happening on the A Show Network, man. Feel free to subscribe and support, man. All love. It's great to be back. I feel much better. Hopefully, to feel even betterer next week. But check on your health, fellas. You never know what you got going on. Peace out.